again with a video, and today we're going to be talking about my experience with the Pokemon TCG hobby and investment space, investment vehicle, what have you. Um, so, you know, I've been in the TCG space for around 1 year now. I started in 2025, in the beginning of 2025 when Prismatic Evolution came out, and now we're in 2026, around halfway mark. So it's been 1.5 years since I've actually been in this Pokemon hobby space. And so I've been in here since basically all the sets. I've been here since Prismatic. I've went through all these sets over here. I went through Prismatic, Journey Together, Destined Rivals, White Flare, Black Bolt, Mega Evolution, Phantasmal Flames, Ascended Heroes, Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, and now Pitch Black. That's around what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sets. I'm 11 sets deep, guys. And so, you know, how this space got to me was because I've opened Surging Sparks, guys, and in Surging Sparks, you know what I got? I think the very first pack of Surging Sparks, I believe. I got this Pikachu here. Now it's at 380. I remember getting this Pikachu around when it first came out, and it was like 500 bucks at the time. And I sold it for 330, and now it's at 380. Lowest listing right now, it's three. Bro, is that even a real card? Okay, that's not a real card, but I was around here at, at, at 350, guys. 355 is the next copy available. Searching Sparks, people were saying this was going to go to MSRP and everything. You know, I'm not sure, guys. And I think with the focus, and I want to like try to focus this onto things is the Pokemon hobby market, right? Because when I was here, you know, it was crazy. It was so over the top, I would say. It was like everything was so hyped. You couldn't find packs. You still can't find packs unless you get lucky with the restocks. You may find them at your local your little mini stores like Dollar General. Maybe you get lucky with the restock, but everything has just been consistently and always has been hammered down by the people, by the demand of everybody. In stores, right? Online is a different story. Online it's just bots. You might get lucky. I don't know. I have stopped going online for the whole time now. I just go on Pokemon Center if I can, but lately I haven't even been getting anything on Pokemon Center. Last thing I got from Pokemon Center was the Ascended Heroes, which is pretty awesome, and the Mega Evolution, which I opened for you guys. That's the last two sets I've gotten so far. Um, which was awesome. Ascended Heroes, amazing. And everything else, I got Black Bolt, White Flare. That's it. That's all I got. I never got the Destin or the Journey together. Um, but yeah, guys, it's been hammered down, and the prices of the price action of the cards have gone up for the last year and a half now. We're in this summer. I guess they call it the summer slowdown, whatever. It's not as crazy, but it's still crazy because we still have upcoming sets, which is the 30th, guys. We have the 30th celebration coming up, the next set, which is, I think, in September. So, I mean, it's going to be a couple of months. So, July, August, September. So, okay, a month or two. And yeah, the 30th hype, I think it's going to be awesome. I think, if you've ever collected the 25th anniversary cards, especially the retro ones, the vintage ones that they get, some of them are awesome. I have the Shining Magikarp, which is cool because, the other ones are super expensive. At least in my taste, at least in my situation, I don't buy crazy amounts of stuff. I have booster boxes that I've camped out for, so I'm going to be camping at my local LGS for Pitch Black and the 30th and the Rayquaza set, because if they come out this year, I should have enough vacation days. So we should be able to camp out. I mean, is it worth it, guys? Camping out? I mean, if you want to, if you don't want to, then you shouldn't really have to camp out. I mean, I think camping out, or use taking the time to stay over, camp, stay awake the whole night, I think it's better to get to sleep, to be honest. But I mean, it's whatever. Sometimes it's all right, it's cool. And but the prices are just the prices that they are. Journey Together came around, I think around this time last year, and it was at like $200 a box. Now it's at 277. So you could have bought it a year ago, $200, 220. You would have made money. You would have made some money. You would have, and you wouldn't have to even care because you know you don't have to camp out. You can just order it online, buy it from a Facebook seller, whatever you can find it at. But I think Pokemon is pretty awesome. Investment wise, oh my goodness, I don't know because I don't invest a lot of money into Pokemon. I don't have a lot in Pokemon just because it's very like, you know, the people that take the risk have taken the risk. There's people that took the risk even at Prismatic that have taken the risk during Journey, taking the risk during these three sets. They've taken the risk at Mega Evolution and Phantasmal Flames, you know, because it's still hype, it's still going up. Scented Heroes, people are still taking the risk. Perfect Order and Chaos Rising now. We're at these sets, these three sets, guys, isn't a lot of demand, isn't a lot of hype, isn't as flippable or, you know, flippable, scalpable, I don't know what you want to call it, but, you know, the Mega Greninja is now at $300. If we're looking at Surging Sparks did the same thing. Surging Sparks came out the gate at $500 a card, and now it's a $200, $300 card. You could have gotten it at maybe 240. I'm not sure if those were Japan exclusives. I don't know, but I mean, you could have gotten at $300 a card, and now is it going to go down even more? This is the Surging Sparks equivalent of the Pikachu. So, you know, if we have this trajectory, and if we are currently in the same um train of thought and motion of the Pokemon space, then by these price points are opportunities. Now, I'm not saying that you should go out and buy them because I can't give you that financial advice. But last year, and seeing this when you compare it to the Pikachu of Searching Sparks, it did the same thing. Same thing with the what's it called? The Lily's Clefairy. I mean, Lily's Clefairy has been going down. I mean, it's been crazy. It's been stagnant. But that's because certain SIRs aren't as popular. I mean, they're pretty cool. These are cool artworks. But it's the Pokemon that really, that draws the hype, you know. A Lily card draws hype, but like not many people are about the Lily card. And then we look at Black Ball, White Flare. We see that the Zekrom, Victini are pretty crazy. The Zekrom's been going up. I mean, it was going down. Now it's going up. Like I said, these SIRs are going for like 300 minimum. Um, so that's because we're at the same pace. We're on the same, trajectory of what things are doing. The only outlier is, I would say, Perfect Order, which, doesn't have too much of a crazy set hype list. Um, Maybe because there was more out there. Maybe again, Mega Clefable. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but not many people want this card in their collections. Maybe the people that are master setting. The Meowth was the only card that just went up and to the right. I mean, it's a cool Meowth, but I don't know. I guess it's just the set hype. I guess the sets, really make or break the Pokemon value of the set. So that's a really cool tip for you guys if you're just entering this hobby is the Pokemon, the main flagship Pokemon of the set carries the value of the portfolio of the set. So you're wanting to have cards that have flagship Pokemon. For example, this Charizard, the Charizard SIR, Charizard X, the blue one, the most famous popular one. That has held its value tremendously because it is a Pokemon that people want. And I still need this for my collection, but like, you know, let me look at the damage. Oh my goodness. Someone cooked this. I don't know what happened to this card. I don't know who did what to this card, but um like I said, this card's pretty awesome. Now and that's at $880. I don't have $880 to spend. I want to pull it from a pack, but I don't have. But Phantasma was like what, $12 a pack. So just me ranting out here. But I do think the Pokemon space is pretty awesome. Um, I think the 30th anniversary is going to be a pretty cool entry point for those that do like Pokemon or are interested in collecting Pokemon, and those that have collected Pokemon already. Um, Pokemon is pretty cool. Why is my thing? So the 30th, guys, we don't have any set releases, no leak. We have some leaks. We have some, and then the Mega Rayquaza set. Now, investability wise, I don't know. I think everybody just likes the um the Pokemons, you know, and a lot of people say it's gonna the hype and stuff. You know, the hype it always stays here. I was never here for Paldean Fates, Surging Sparks, Shrouded, Stellar, Twilight. I was never here for these sets. I was never here. I remember Scarlet and Violet coming out in 2023, I believe, and people were not liking it. 2022, and then this came out during like 2021 or 2022. Okay, this came out in 2023. I remember that. Brilliant Stars, Trainers, Pokemon Go, Fusion Strike, Celebrations. That was 2020. I don't remember any of these. I remember Vivid Voltage for some reason. I remember Sword and Shield when they just came out. I don't remember any of these. This is crazy. I remember Detective Pikachu. The movie Detective Pikachu came out. So that was during the time of Teen Up, Sonified Minds. That's crazy, guys. That's amazing. But I never had Pokemon. I remember XY Evolutions. I just never was on there in these things. XY? I don't think I was there for XY. I think I was around there for XY. I remember Plasma Storm. I only remember Plasma. Plasma Blast. That's the one. Plasma Freeze, Plasma Storm. I remember this, seeing these cards. The earliest cards I've ever seen was these ones. And do I ever do remember, um, you know, Paul, Platinum and Pearl or Pearl Diamond, Diamond and Pearl, but the only I remember XY Phantom Forces. That's the earliest set I remember was the Plasma Freeze or Plasma Storm. Just crazy. So, and now we got Pitch Black. We got Pitch Black, guys. Does anybody want Pitch Black? I mean, I think at the end of the day, at the end, time goes on, it'll be iconic. I just don't know how. It just makes no sense. If you think about it as at a logical point, I guess. You're gonna be like, why is this Pokemon? Why are these so expensive? Why are these expensive cards? Why is this expensive? Why is this $440, $500, $100? Mega's Aurora, it looks amazing. So, key takeaway from this is buy what you like, don't over leverage, try to buy at MSRP if you want to rip. If you don't want to buy MSRP, that's up to you. Um, Pokemon is pretty cool. Collect what you like because you want to focus on collecting on your things that you do enjoy because, you know, these sets come out every 2 months, so it does take a while for these sets to come out. And, you know, you should just be, I guess, enjoying Pokemon, enjoying life, getting through the day and stuff. So, yeah, guys. This set I've opened so far too. We all want the mangas. We want the $1,000 cards, guys, because we want to flip them. Um, I also like the alternate art. I also like the event cards. I've watched One Piece. I've watched Pokemon. I know One Piece. I still haven't gotten to the whole series yet. I'm still on Wano. I need to watch it, but it's alright. Lorcana, never really was into Lorcana. Digimon, not really. Star Wars, Dragon Ball, none of these sets I was into. Magic, don't even know Magic. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Peace out.